So hello friends, welcome back, and in this video we are going to see problem D of round 647, Johnny and the contribution. So first of all we will explain the problem statement and then the approach and then the solution. So we have n blocks and we have a boy called Johnny and he has to write these n blocks, and these blogs have some references, and the way he has to write these blogs are such that suppose he's on some blog, and the blog which he's going to write, see, it has some neighbors like this, and these neighbors suppose have some reference 1 3 1 5. So the reference of the blog, this, it will be minimum number which is not in this and starting from 1. So here the answer will be 2. So reference for this will be 2. Or in the code I will represent it by the color. So yeah, from that you will understood it. So let's us take few examples, and from that it will be very clear to you guys. Let me extend a bit. Yeah. So the first example is I have a node 1, then I had a node 2, then I had a node 3, and it's connected to 1. And as you can see that it is very clear that I have 2 1 and 3. What this 2 1 and 3 represents: for the node 1 it is 2, for the node 2 it is 1, for the node 3 it is 3, and it is the color, or you can say the reference number. So for the node 1 it is 2, for the node 2 it is 1, for the node 3 it is 3. So basically I have to print the order in which I have to write these blocks, so that the condition which was stated above, it follows. And what was the condition? It states that when I write a block, so the nodes attached to it initially, it must have the value, the maximum smaller value which is not in this neighbors. So what I will do in this, I will start with 2, node 2, its reference is 1 and it has no neighbors initially. Very fine. Then I move to a node 1. As you can see that his reference is 1. So the reference of 1, it can be 2 or more than 2, but it should be minimum, which means it will be 2. Very fine. Then I will move from 2 to 1. I have moved. It was 1, it was 2. Then I will move to 3. And as you can see that 3 was attached to both of these. So my value of 3 should be basically minimum possible, and it can't be 1 because it is attached with 1, it can't be 2 because it is attached with 2, so it can be 3 only. So the order in which I moved the node was 1, 2 and then 3. Now let's take another example. So then next example, we have 1 2 3 and it is 1 1 and 1. So initially, let's suppose I start with a node 2. Okay, fine, it was 1. Then I move to next node which was 1. But as you can see that it has 1. But here 1 is not possible because I wanted some value which is minimum, but it should be not in its neighbors. So the first thing which strikes my mind is that it can't be 1, it should be 2, but it is 1. So my answer is not possible, which means I will print -1. So the first intuition which strikes my mind is that whenever I visit any node, then its neighbor, its neighbor, its neighbor, its neighbor should not have the same reference value, or you can say color, as in the code I will represent. So it should not have the same reference value. Suppose the reference value of here it is 2, so the neighbor should not have the reference value 2, because if the reference value of neighbor will be 2, then I will print -1 because it is not possible. Yeah, neighbors may have the reference value less, or neighbors may have the reference value more, as you can see in the above example. Yeah, here see the neighbor of 1 was 2 and 3, so the reference value was more. Okay, the neighbor of 2 was 1 and 3, reference value was less and more. The neighbor of 3 was 1 and 2, so reference value was less and more, but it was not equal anyway. So it states that whenever my reference value of neighbor, which means the node, here it is the node and these are the neighbors, so whenever the reference value of neighbors is equal, then I will print -1. Okay, now, so what's the other case of -1? Let's see. Suppose let's see the next case, which was 1. It is connected with 2, it is connected with 3, then I have 4, it's connected to 5. So now let's mark. So it was 2 5, sorry, it was 2 1 2 2 1. So for the node 1 it was 2, for the node 2 it was 1, for the node 3 it was this, for the node 4, for the node 5. So for the node 1 it was 2, for the node 2 it was 1, for the node 3 it was 2, for the node 4 it was 2, for the node 5 it was 1. So up till now you must have seen that it is very easy that we can start from node which has the reference value 1, or you can say the color value as 1. How? Because see, the node which has a reference value as 1, which means these nodes, these are not restricted at all from any other nodes because these are free. So I will write my node 2 here, node 5 here, and both have reference value 1. Okay, because they are very free, so I will start from here. Now the next reason why I started from smallest one, which is the reference value 1, because when I move to the next node, then I need to check that the neighbor should have all the small values. Now how I will say that? See, okay, now I put 1, I put 2 and 5 nodes. Now I will move to 2's, which means the reference value is 2's. So I have my 1 as the value, so I will attach 1 with it. So it has it had reference value 1, it had reference value 2, and it is true because see, the node 1, its reference value is 2, so the number of nodes attached to it which has reference value less than 2, it should be equal to 2 minus 1, which means 1, which means that the number of nodes less than this. Understanding? Like suppose if I had 1 here, then if I had a node, any node, suppose its reference value is 3, so it should be attached with 1 2, so that it will obtain reference value 3, because if 2 is not there, if suppose 4 was here, so its reference value would have been 2. So as to obtain a reference value at the particular node, it should have all the values from 1 to n minus 1. Understanding? For a node to have its reference value as n, the neighbors it had, it should include all the values from 1 to n minus 1. So for that, although you can use unordered map as well as set, but in this case I use set, although you can use an unordered map as well, so please make sure that, yeah. So what I will do whenever I am at a node n, whenever I am at a node, then I will check its neighbors and I will put it in a set, the values, which means the reference values. I will put reference values in my set and will check the number of the size of this set. It will indicate that I should obtain at exactly n minus 1 values. So first thing first, that my color of neighbor should be less than color of node. Then what I will do, I will insert in my set, suppose the name of set is set dot insert. What I will insert the color of neighbor. Then when I will do it for every neighbor of this node, then after the loop I will check if my set dot size is equal to the color of node -1, because if my node has some reference value, which means the color as suppose 4, so it should include 1 as a reference value, 1 as a reference value, 2 as a reference value, 3. So the number of the number of elements in the set, it would be 3, which is the 4 minus 1. So I do it like this, and if it would not be equal, then I will mark my flag as something, so that I will break here, and if my flag is suppose 1, then I will print -1. So understanding, I have now two conditions for -1. First condition is the node and its adjacent node, which means the neighbor element. If both are same, then I will print -1. And next, my condition is that if I have a node and if I had a neighbor node, and if my neighbor node, I will check to all its neighbors, and I will check if I iterate to all its neighbors and the number of references are exactly, and first of all, the first condition is that it should be less, color of neighbor should be less than the node. Then I will check the number, what its number, which means by the help of this set dot size, although I am clearly saying that you can use another map as well. Then I will check, and if it is not equal, then I will mark my flag as minus, or you can say 1, and if my flag is 1, then I will break out of the loop. So I hope that you guys got the intuition. You will just check, first of all you will check for the node which has the reference color as 1, then you will check for 2, then you will check for 3, because the node, suppose any node, suppose node 1, it has the color 1, then node 2, it has a color 2, so you will check for its neighbors which has color 1, and if its size, which means the number of these, if its size is equal to this 2 minus 1, so what I will do, I will have my answer. So I hope that you guys got the intuition. What you need to do, you need to check to all its neighbors, and you will check if it's the number of distinct elements you can have. So let me quickly show you the code. As you can see the code, that in the code I have n and m. So it has, I first took my graph, then I push, then as usually how we make a graph, then I had a vector v, which will indicate that for a particular reference what are the nodes attached to it. For example, as you can see here, okay, let me take it. So for the for v of 1, I will have nodes 2 and 5. For v of 2, I will have nodes 1, 3 and 4. So it will store this thing, understanding. And the color of graph, it will store for a particular, suppose for a particular color of graph of suppose 1, it is the node here, and it is the color here, color. So for this particular node, what is the color? So for node 1, the color is 2. So it indicates this, and v vector indicates this. Now I will mark my flag as 0. So if at last my flag remains 0, then my answer would be 1, and my result will store the order in which I need to check. And as I clearly said that I will start with the color as 1, and then I will move to 2, so the 3. So my answer would always be like this: 2, 5, 1, 3, 4, as you can see here also, okay, in the order. So if not, then my answer will be -1. Then same thing I will do here. I will start from 1 to n, which means that it indicates the color values, color values, and then I will iterate on my vector v, which means this thing, these nodes I will check, which is indicated by the nodes, nodes. Then I had my set, although you can use a frequency or you can use an order map also, but I use a set. Then I had my neighbors of the particular node, and I use the help of graph for that. Then I will check if my reference, this is the color graph underscore graph, it indicates the reference of the neighbor, it should be less than the reference of the node. And if what happened, okay, I will say it later. I don't know what happened, this green thing, it happened first time, but yeah, let's see it later. So what I will do, if my the reference of the neighbor is less than, then I will insert in my set. And as I showed you that if it becomes equal, if means the reference of neighbor is equal to the reference of node, then I will mark my flag as 1. And if my size is not equal to the color underscore graph nodes, which means the reference of the node, particular node on which I want to check, -1, then I will mark my flag as 1 and I will break. And for every node I will push it in my result vector, which I made it above here. And at last I think it is copied. Okay, okay, although it is not here, the thing, you can ignore it. So if my flag is 1, then I will mark my answer as -1, and if it is not, then I will just print these values of result. So at last I will obtain my answer. So I hope that you guys got the intuition. You can ignore this T here. I think something happened here while doing this. So I will move it again. So yeah, I hope that you guys got the intuition, and thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Bye.